Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of the Sustainable Hunting Company. This is going to be another review video. Today we're reviewing a muddy camera arm. I believe it was the Hunt Hard. It was not the cheapest one, but it was the next one up. I'll have to double check on that and I'll just throw it in this video. And we're comparing it to the 4th Arrow Baton arm. I have already put stealth strips on it so you don't see the 4th Arrow, but I have it on the strap still. So we're going to go over kind of how similar they are and what I think of both of them. So I've been using the muddy camera arm for, I want to say, 3 seasons now. I've liked it, but there's a few pros to it and there's a few cons to it. So you're going to go between both of those. I have not taken the 4th Arrow one out in the field yet, but I'll get into that. So we're going to start with the muddy camera arm. So with this one, obviously the affordableness of it, or I guess the budget, it's budget friendly. I think I got this on sale for like 70 bucks. I would say it was 60 to 70. It has its fluid head. It's very tough and robust. It's obviously going to hold a heavier camera. It's not too bad with moving around. I mean, it moved around a lot better when I had it 3 years ago. This just happened with use, but you can make it more adjustable by turning the knobs here and turning the knob on the side. So it just makes it a little bit better. And it's got a nice, everything's made out of pretty strong metal. There's even welds with the metal for how well built it's made. Comes with a strong base. It has a couple tools for adjusting it, how you want to make it out of the tree. Honestly, it didn't really help me that much using it. It's got a very big ratchet for ratcheting it to the tree. Now, it's nice, but it's kind of loud trying to ratchet it, and that is kind of an issue. So, it does have a leveling piece on it, which is nice, but it's really hard to get it to level perfect. If you have a tree that has any curve in any way, it tends to make the camera arm a wonky. I have it pretty straight up and down right now because I found a tree that is pretty much straight up and down, and that's in a yard, so you're not usually going to find stuff that easily in the woods if you're on the go. So that's kind of a quick outline of them. I'll do a comparison here. It'll be brief. As for the 4th Arrow, it comes with the adjustable thing for moving. Gotta move it up so I can actually adjust it, but you can move it up and down as far as you need to. Kind of see that on camera here. Go all the way down if you need to, but however you need to get it at that level for the camera is nice. Same thing, smaller base for mounting to the tree. It's all connected, you don't have to disassemble anything. Now you could take this screw off, but I'm not going to do that. And as for the ratchet strap, it's smaller and a little bit more compact. It's more your standard ratchet, which I think is nice. It's more quiet and so on. And then as for the fluid head, it's a little smaller. I'll show you in a little bit. It's actually being used right now on my tripod that I got from 4th Arrow, because you can transfer that head onto that as well as this, in case you want to stick on the ground for hunting and use their tripod for hunting, which is another pro to the 4th Arrow camera arms and tripods. Everything is very intermixable. So now we're going to go into comparables. So we'll get on to that next. Okay, so we're going to talk about the length of them. So really, these are approximately the same length. The Baton arm might be a little shorter by 4th Arrow. I will do exact measurements, but really the overall length of these is not a whole lot different. That's why I said these are pretty comparable. They're pretty comparable in their shapes too. This is more squared out for 4th Arrow, more rectangle. The biggest difference is the weight of them. So I believe the Baton arm, all said and done with the whole arm and everything, is like 3 pounds. I can't say the muddy one is 3 pounds. I want to say it's closer to 6, probably almost double the weight. And the 4th Arrow Baton arm packs away nicer, so it folds up. It's whoever designed it did a really awesome job with how to make it the most packable and lightweight camera arm while still being able to hold a heavier camera. So I am really impressed by that and how they were able to get a camera arm nice and compact for your mobile hunts, for saddle hunting and so on. Reason why I didn't choose the saddle arm that Fourth Arrow has is, one, it's a lot more money. Two, this still gives me that reach I need in case I need to go around the tree or to the side without having issues. Trying to remember the reach. I want to say it was 20 some inches for both reaches. Same, easy moving fluid and so on. A lot easier to screw on as well. This is a rotating screw. This you gotta actually have it on here tight. You have to take that off if you want to take with the fluid head off, and the fluid head will sometimes just screw off on its own on me. So that was the comparables. Then we go back to the mounts. Like I said, the Baton arm is a lot more adjustable. The Muddy one's not. You can't really get it level to the tree. And then we go back to the ratchets. Muddy ratchet is a lot bigger, a lot more bulky, heavier than the standard Fourth Arrow one. So like I said, you're really looking into it. If you're trying to do an easy pack, light setup for mobile hunting, I'm gonna have to say the Fourth Arrow is gonna have to be the one you're gonna want to go with on this. If you're not as worried about that, I would say the Muddy one would be a good one if you want to leave the base out. It may run into rust risk and other weather issues, but it's a good one if you have a stand that you just want to leave out there, and it's fine. The only issue I've run into, I haven't done the Fourth Arrow one enough, but due to it being a lot more easily movable, I don't think you run into issues with the ratchet being in your back. So I'm a righty, and I always liked having the camera arm to my right. So with that, how the Muddy camera arm works is you can only have the ratchet facing one way. And that would always end up having the ratchet into my back, which is another con if you're using a normal deer stand. As for saddle hunting, I didn't care because I'm facing the tree now and my back's not to the tree. Just another thing to note if you're not a saddle hunter with the Muddy camera arm. As for the Fourth Arrow, you can move it around because it's just movable in between this groove to the tree. So that's kind of some quick comparables. Now I'm just going to run quickly through some of the pros and cons of what I think of each one and give you a rating of what I think and my experience using mobile camera arm setups. Okay, so we're going to go with the Muddy arm first for this kind, since it's so comparable to the Baton arm for Fourth Arrow. I'm going to have to give this I'll base it off like for beginning hunters and ones that have been doing saddle hunting or mobile hunting for a while now. So I will say this is a good beginner arm. Definitely something you need to practice with the getting in the tree. It's nice because you can take this piece off the actual arm from the insert because you can't really get in the tree with it on. Over time it gets hard to use, so what I've had to use is WD-40 to make it easy to put it in and out, and it hasn't really been an issue for smell for hunting, but you do have to take that off. The overall adjustability of the base that is provided, I know you can get different ones for Muddy, but those I believe are going to be a lot heavier than what you'd use for Fourth Arrow. My laundry's done. So that was my laundry alarm. Been doing some of that today. But anywho, back to this. Yeah, so I know you could get some different bases, but once again, that's going to bump your price range up. It's similar to what you'd pay for the Baton arm. You might as well just get the Baton arm with the fluid head. Back to this. So yeah, you have a bigger ratchet strap. Overall, it's more bulky, takes up more space in your pack as you go hunting. So I have to give this a 7 out of 10. And that's just because the weight of it, the bulkiness, and overall adjustability isn't that great for hunting out of different trees, especially saddle hunting. It gets the 7 because of its budget friendliness, so you get that, and it's pretty well made. Muddy makes pretty good products, so you can't go wrong there. So now I'm going to go ahead and kind of do my quick review and saying of the Fourth Arrow arm. So like I said before, I stealth stripped it because I'm trying to make things a little bit more silent this year, as more camouflage as I can as well. So we're going to go off of this once again. This is very nice and packable. Like I said before, it folds up super nice for your pack, and it's a lot lighter than the Muddy arm, and it's a lot more adjustable, which I'm a huge fan of for trying to level out your camera arm. And it's a lot easier to assemble because you only have to put on the fluid head. It's a whole lot different than obviously this one. And actually I didn't bring out my little piece, so that's the other thing with the fluid head is an insert, so you can take it out and put it on the tripod that you can get from Fourth Arrow, along with you can put it back in so you can put it on the camera arm setup itself. Like I said before, once again, I know I'm repeating myself like a broken record, but the overall baton arm is a lot lighter, a lot more easy adjustable. Ratchet is smaller, which makes it easier to pack, a lot more quiet when you are ratcheting and so on. So I would have to give, and due to the price, it's really not bad. I think the actual baton arm is $100, and then the extra fluid head makes it about 120. So really, it's about 120, I believe. I could be a little wrong. I'd have to double check, but it's really for the price more than it is for the muddy one. It's worth the money you pay for it. So Fourth Arrows did a good job of getting a lighter arm, and I believe the actual arm is supposed to hold up to 6 pounds, which would hold basically most cameras. And they do have a phone adapter that you can put with it. That's what like Marcus runs. He runs the phone and the baton arm. And as for this, you could do the same thing, phone mount with the thing, but it'd be a lot bigger with this handle piece of it. So like I said, I'm gonna probably give this a 9 out of 10 for its price range, its lightness, and packability for the mobile hunter setup. So that's what I have for this video. It's your choice of what you want to do. Once again, I'm not an expert with all these products, but this is just from what I experience for doing mobile hunting now for 4 to 5 years and long, and then filming for the last 3 years or so. Actually be 4 now, but I'd say 3 to 4 now, with the camera arms. So like I said, it's your choice, but I'd look at Fourth Arrow camera arms. They do pretty good products, and there are some more if you want to spend more money. And just for how lightweight they are, you could really get them for a good price, and so on. So with that, thanks for tuning into this video of reviewing the camera arms, and I will catch you next time on State of Hunting Company.